China has finally bowed to international pressure and called on Burma's military rulers to show restraint in handling the protests. But China didn't join a UN resolution condemning Burma, nor did it call for sanctions. The UN Special Envoy to Burma has already been dispatched to the region, where he'll wait for the green light to travel into the country.
Across the world, Burmese exiles and their supporters are staging protests of solidarity. This one outside Burma's embassy in Britain.
Very brutal treatment. It has been going on for 40 years, treating on our people.
But this time their calls are openly and strongly supported by world leaders. The international community doesn't want a repeat of the mass bloodshed of the 1988 uprising.
Sanctions, the pressure of the United Nations, pressure from China and all the countries in the region, India, pressure from the whole of the world.
The French government is also pushing for European and UN sanctions, as well as a moratorium on investments in Burma. But it's generally agreed that the key remains China.
China should be on board for some solution on Burma through maybe UN or, with other countries.
China has the Olympics coming up next year. It's not going to want a bloodbath on its doorstep.
Today, the Chinese went further than they have thus far, calling on Burma's military to show restraint. But the crisis is hardly rating a mention in the Chinese media, and there's no support in the government for sanctions or a UN resolution condemning Burma. But elsewhere, the news is being reported. Images of the violence are being spread around the world via the internet. Now even Burma's fellow ASEAN member states are speaking out, saying an unelected dictatorship is unacceptable.
I'm trying my best to convince the Burmese that don't use the harsh measures.
And of course our consistent call has been for process of democratization in that country, which is something which they themselves have committed.
And today, Singapore, which is one of Burma's biggest foreign investors, has joined the chorus, urging the country's military rulers to seek UN mediation. Jenny Lavelle, World News Australia.